Hi there, Peter. Right, you're the first of our interviews for Midsummer Night's Dream. So, to start with, could you tell us who you are and who you're playing?
Right, so I'm playing Demetrius. Well, who am I first is Peter Carey. I've been with this company for a couple of productions. First was Great Gale of Brixham, and then I joined in at the last minute, covering someone for Macbeth. For Midsummer Night's Dream, I'm going to be playing Demetrius, one of the four lovers. In this version, we actually have Lysander being played as and by a woman, so I'll be the only man of the lovers for this one. So
That's it. Brilliant. So, what's your background in acting?
Well, I'd say youngest I can remember would be primary school. We did a production of, what's it called? With the Web and the Pig,
Charlotte's Web, yes.
I still remember I had a friend who said to me I got really into character, even just days to day when we weren't rehearsing or anything. And barely did anything after that up until like sixth form, where I helped out with a couple of musicals, Tarzan, Aladdin. A little bit later, had a go at university. Did some LARPing there, if that counts. And after I came back to Torquay, I joined in with the Toads. I joined in with the Toads a little bit. Had a go at Tom's Midnight Garden. That was really interesting because I had a long bit where I was this young boy, and then later I was an adult, and I was having this proper big conversation with the main character's auntie.
Excellent. Yeah.
So that's pretty much all the background. I haven't really had any formal training or anything, so it's amazing how well I'm going.
You're doing very well.
Thank you. So I'm thinking when I manage to get my lines down for this one, I'll have a go at getting into an agency and see how it goes.
Good stuff. So, could you tell us a little bit about Demetrius? Who he is, what gets him going?
Well, for this one, we're adding in a prologue, which is the Athenians defeating the Amazons, and they're having me as a sort of officer, and I'll be the one who takes in Hippolyta for the king to marry. I really like the idea of having this military background for Demetrius, because it provides explanations for how he ended up breaking up with Helena. It's just a matter of just being apart for so long, and B, how he ended up well respected by the king and by Hermia's father. So I think it's a great idea.
Okay, and when you come to rehearsals and when you're going over lines and things at home, how do you prepare to play Demetrius? Is there anything you particularly do, or...?
Well, what I used to do is I'd go through the scripts, and for a given section, I'd see how far I got with it, while having it flipped over and out of view, and then have another go until I'm confident with where I've got to, and then try to go further. That works really well for monologues and long bits of lines, but I was finding I was having a little bit of trouble with sections where I have a lot of lines and a lot of cues sort of split up into bits, and you have to get them in order. So I've started using flashcards. They're working really well. You make little cards or pieces of paper with your cues, and the last thing the last character said on one side and your own line on the other, and then you can sort of flip through them. and that way you end up matching the cues to the next line.
Brilliant. And final question, do you have any advice for people who are considering performing Shakespeare for the first time?
I would say with Shakespeare, it's useful to have just start with a read through of the script, just trying to make sure you understand all of the language, because that can be a barrier for some people. I know some of the casts are big fans of the No Fear Shakespeare
Series
or books. Which helps them get to grips with what all of the characters mean, and then I would move on to seeing a production or at least a film of it to get a better feel for the flow, and then start on the lines.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.